Well, you can see Colton leading the charge, which is not what he wants to be doing right now.
You see me hitting B instead of N. That's a fantastic thing to do. Then I click and it doesn't go the way I click.
Yeah, that's pretty bad too. That pathing. We can see that Udyr and that awesome tiger. Oh, here we go. We're loading over here. All right, this is GungHo Gunwolf.
And Crimson here.
And we are going to be casting a 5 versus 5 on Summoner's Rift.
Now we see the team comp the team will be recording and playing as here. This is a pretty solid team comp.
Gonna have ourselves a Leona support. Looks like Udyr might be going as the jungler. Let's hit tab here to get a look at these summoner cells. Yep, Udyr will be going as that jungler. You got Cho'Gath probably going up top. Ash with Leona bot, and Cassiopeia is going to be mid.
We see on the enemy team here we have a Singe, looks like he'll be top, and Caitlyn, looks like she'll be bottom. Tryndamere in the jungle, and that Vladimir mid. We'll talk about that again with Soraka supporting that Caitlyn bot. That Vlad mid, a hard choice in the current meta.
Yeah, they said they buffed Vlad with that Crystal Scepter, and I have seen that transfusion slow taking a bit more effect for him, but it is not helping him out too much, though. He just can't do as much damage as some of the other AP carries out there right now.
We'll have to see how it goes. We see the level 1 jungle invasion here. Doesn't look like they're going to catch much out of it so far. Still, I'm in the gank bush.
I'm bringing that UI back up here so we can actually see that little mini-map. There's a ping for the clairvoyance. Let's see if we can catch anyone when that goes down. You can see here we're actually watching from the supports window, so we got a few seconds left on that clairvoyance, and there goes the Tryndamere over to blue buff.
Intriguing that the Tryndamere would start blue. Doesn't have the mana, and his cooldown's already pretty generous. But we see with that catch, the team's entirely moving around to catch him in that blue fight.
Now let's see if they'll be able to catch him and maybe some of the other team members. Right around this area here is where the other team should be setting up. Maybe even getting down into this bush to try and prevent anyone from getting out. And Cassiopeia taking the lead here.
That was squishy AP carries going first. You gotta worry about that.
Yeah,
looks like they're switching it up.
Instead, they're gonna have Ash take the lead, which is much better. Yes.
Well, Ash has the Doran's Blade, so she has some bulk, but having the Cho'Gath or the Udyr first, even the Leona, that's a bulky support. A good choice in the current meta right now is the squishier supports. With the sustain nerfs, they've been dropping in popularity.
As you can see here, taking that jungle, making sure that Tryndamere's hurting on running through there. That Vlad trying to be a little harassy, not going to be able to do too much. It looks like they're going to take his blue here. CV going down, seeing if Tryndamere is hanging around. Doesn't seem to be here at all.
Looks like they've entirely abandoned any thought of defending their blue, so it's just going to... Well, looks like they're not even going to steal it, since they've had the defense and they're not going to try for it, so they're just going to go back to their lanes.
Well, you can see they left a ward there just to make sure Tryndamere doesn't go to get it, and if he does, the jungler in the top and mid will be all over it. You can see here, looks like we got Ash and Cassiopeia chasing a Vlad down in the bushes there.
Well, again, we're seeing this Vlad choice. Doesn't look like it's working out too well for him. We're seeing a lot of damage. 2 flashes expended right there.
Vlad's going to be getting away. Cassiopeia didn't quite follow up on that. Should have come around here to the side to be able to cut him off.
Well, if that flash expended, you know that jungler's going to have a good time looking for a gank.
That mid will be very vulnerable as long as he decides to push out there a little bit. Looking around the map here, we can see everyone going back to their lanes.
So again, picking that Vlad, an interesting choice right now.
Oh, what was that? Ash just got hit by some... did Caitlyn just shoot through the wall there with the Peacemaker?
Well, we know Riot loves to hide those shots if you can't see the person who fired it. Like Singe and his famous cotton candy runs through the bushes.
That was a fairly crazy good shot by that Caitlyn there. Okay, let's see what else you got going on. Udyr just running through the jungle. Cho'Gath up top, trying to get those last hits. That Singe is becoming very popular, and with that recent buff to his fling distance, I've noticed that he's been doing pretty good against Udyr up top recently.
Now, Singe has always been a popular top, making him a beefy AP. Those tanky choices up top have always been good in the meta, and now with the sustain nerfs, that bottom lane's becoming less important, and your mid and tops are getting stronger.
We've been seeing a lot less of Soraka in a lot of the higher games, and a lot more of Taric, Alistar, Leona. Any of the good, bulky supporting champions have been a lot more useful recently, and it looks like we're going to see a Caitlyn trying to get that kill. They're missing that Peacemaker. Ash going in. The exhaust is down. Where's the CV? There it goes by Leona, finishing off that Caitlyn there.
Oh, very vulnerable Soraka right here. Udyr coming in. Looks like he's going to get the stun. Flashes for it. Gets it.
Gets the bear flash on it.
Soraka.
Ah, beautiful bear flash. Gotta love it. So that is 2-0 going for the purple team there.
Both kills picked up by the AD carry bot, very nice for that, and Udyr managed to get 2 assists on there. Good for the jungler.
Hit the tab here, checking out the CS. You can see our top over here has got 20, looking like 9 kills right here on the CS for the Ashe. Not so good, but she does have that 2 kills to make up for it right now. Singe is looking pretty good. The mid is still not looking good on the other team as well. The CS is fairly low right now.
Yeah, that CS before the 5 minutes, you can't expect too much from it, but with that level 1 invasion and then that powerful 2 kills bottom and a gank.
That will slow you down just a little bit here. You can see Udyr's getting that blue, cleaning it up there. This bot lane is just getting pushed, and those peacemakers, those gotta hurt.
Yeah, that range on Caitlyn, she's a very popular pick right now because of her range.
You can see that Leona stun going off. Ooh, that Peacemaker ripping apart Leona. Gonna flash to safety here, just so she doesn't get picked apart. Ashe backing her up with the volley just to make sure she doesn't get anywhere. And we see Cho'Gath heading down mid here, maybe looking for a gank.
The ward's one off on that blue. They may be wondering if that Tryndamere is going for it. Not quite sure what the Cho'Gath is doing. Maybe looking for a gank. That Vlad is well underneath his tower. Not much gonna happen.
Yeah, let's see. Cho'Gath is only level 4 here, so he's not going to be able to do too much if he plans on diving. Oh, he's going to take a turret shot. No, that Vlad is perfectly fine. He is not within range at all.
Singe is having free farm up top. I bet he's loving it.
Just running around, eating those minions up, getting that CS. You can see the Udyr here. He does have a ward. He's going to be warding this blue. The blue is still here, actually. Tryndamere has not come to pick it up or pass it on to any of his lanes yet.
And we haven't seen him going into the gank. That's a little strange for Tryndamere. He's usually happy on the ganks.
Yeah, this mid lane with Cassiopeia spinning in and slowing her down, especially with that Vlad, you could fairly easily pick up that kill.
Especially with that with Cassiopeia taking those turret shots and the Cho'Gath as well.
You can see Cassiopeia here not even having that much mana left. She's wide open for that gank. Up, is Tryndamere gonna go for it now? He's using that Bloodlust to get his HP up. No, he's gonna fall back. He must know they're around there. They might have a bush warded somewhere. Singe teleporting back in top. Did he head back to base? Yes, picking up that health crystal, looking for an early catalyst to get that extra bulk on him.
Rod Aegis is a great choice for Singe. As you know, his passive brings up his health for all his mana. And just stacking those Rod Aegis are going to several other choices just to boost his mana, boost his health, and he becomes an amazing tank late in the game.
Yeah, that passive, just picking up that single mana crystal will give him that extra mana to run around with his poison and give him a good chunk of health. So by the time he picks up that catalyst and Rod of Ages, he gets quite a good boost in his health. Oh, we can see, missed a bit of action here. Leona, our camera person, dying down there.
It looks like she got caught without her AD carry there.
We jump back up here to the Udyr and the Singe. What's going on? Looks like Udyr's going to be getting flipped around, running away. Very low on health, only 410. That Cho'Gath should be following behind the Singed. Jumping back over here. Nope, Singe looks like he's going to get away just fine. Udyr sitting at 410. Cho'Gath sitting at 320. Could have played that out a little bit better there.
I saw Vlad kill mid there from Cassiopeia. Again, seeing the choice of Vlad not being very strong with the way he is in the current meta. He got killed underneath his turret, and it was Cassiopeia only being level 7. Only having sorcerer shoes.
Yeah, Vlad, those nerfs, they just hit him one right after the other. The Hextech Revolver nerf was understandable because that just made him extremely overpowered with the ability to get that 100% plus spell vamp so quickly and so cheaply. But as they continued to nerf him, they nerfed the transfusion damage followed by his cooldowns. It just really, really hurt him and really took him out of the meta.
You see him still being matched up mid here against Cassiopeia, who is not the first choice for most of the higher ELO players, but she is still a strong champion. As we saw, Ocelot could do great things with her.
Yeah, picking up that double kill back at IEM. Her ultimate, if they're facing you, can turn the tides of a team fight fairly quick, just as much as Annie's or Brand's when they go off and they do their max amount of damage.
And she's not so dependent on the blue buff thanks to that passive. She can keep spamming her spells and getting reduction on it. As we see here, that nice little buff. Losing it though.
I gotta make sure to keep that up. It's very useful. A little bit of action going down bot here. Leona and Ashe just pushing fairly aggressive. You can see there that Soraka's having a hard time keeping the HP up. As long as the AD carry can stay away from the most of the damage, then you don't have to worry about having a healer as your support, because you'll just be able to out-tank them for most of it. You can see here Ashe dodging those skill shots from that Caitlyn.
at good range on that Caitlyn. Again, a very strong pit thanks to that range. In late game, all those AD carries doing tons of damage, and hers being that from that range, she'll be very deadly.
Doesn't even have to be in the fight, can be sitting fairly far away from everyone else and just unloading tons of damage onto the team. Seeing Udyr coming up here, possibly ready to gank the Singed. Rupture going off by Cho.
Singe popping his ult here, and the Ghost. Doesn't look like they're going to get much out of it.
Udyr's pretty low on health here, about half. Waiting for that Singe to go in. Up, it looks like he's going in now, running around, waiting for that Cho to turn around and give him a hand. There's the bear stun, followed by the Tiger. Singe's health here is dropping, and the chomp from Cho'Gath. Nice kill. Very, very beautiful there.
That Singe let his ultimate wear off, and then that Udyr came right on in. That was a free kill for that team.
Yep, no escape mechanisms here, and I don't believe the Singe, he does not have flash, so Ghost is fairly good on Singe because of his ult. It works very well with it, and he can run extremely fast. It's just having that flash, it's something you wish you would have picked up.
There are a few choices that don't need the flash so much. We see Ezreal has his own flash on a decent cooldown. All action going on bot here.
Very nice Ashe arrow there. Maybe going to pick up the double kill there. Caitlyn just hiding under her turret. Very good, not being greedy here for the bot lane. Picking up that kill on Soraka, not wanting to push under the turret to pick up the Caitlyn kill. But very good Ashe arrow there to pick it up.
Now we know that Ashe, that ultimate is a very strong initiation with a very long stun. Combine that with Leona's stun on her ultimate, that can be a very deadly lane when it gets to level 6.
And we know that Ashe arrow is going to be quite the game changer late game. We got Udyr picking up his blue buff. Cho'Gath still farming up top there.
So that flash, again, a lot of champions, you see it so much in the higher level that everyone has it, but there are a few champions out there who don't quite depend on it. Like Ezreal can jump over bushes, just flash wherever he wants. That Trend can just jump over the trees. The Singe has the Ghost and the speed, and then on top of his bulk, he doesn't need to get out of fight so much as he needs to get into them. And with the way how his Q works, he just needs to keep dropping that poison in front of his enemies to do his damage.
Yeah, that Singe just running around in circles around people, and then one could argue that the